Certainly, I'm Max Porterfield, President and CEO of Callinex Mines. We're a junior exploration focused with emerging high-grade base and precious metals-rich discoveries in the Flin Flon Greenstone Belt of northern Manitoba. Yes, certainly. So I've been President and CEO of Callinex for going on 10 years now, so it's been quite a long journey. In terms of our technical team's credited with the discovery and development of 3 of the 4 largest mines in the Flin Flon camp's history. So multiple Bill Dennis Award winners for Prospector of the Year Award for both the 777 mine, which recently shut down, as well as the Lawler mines, and a track record of success of exploration just not only in Flin Flon, but beyond. It was a resounding success in 2023. That was the year where we really culminated the past several years of exploration at our flagship Pine Bay project, which led to the maiden resource at Pine Bay, which is nearly 6 million tons of high-grade copper, as well as gold, silver, and zinc in these VMS systems resource. So it was a significant milestone for Callinex as well as for the belt, and that it is, the newest discovery in the past 30 years within 30 kilometers of Flin Flon. And on the heels of that, we continue to explore this growth fault corridor, which hosts those 2 deposits and a number of other discoveries. And we made yet another discovery called Descendant, and that we announced in the late this year, which we see a lot of potential for based upon the intersections to date, as well as the geologic environment that it's located within. Yeah, so it was a number of years of different trials and tribulations, but what really led to the successes was an ever-evolving exploration approach. Rainbow, that discovery was led by, in part, and this aided by IEP, which was a tool set not readily used in the Flin Flon Greenstone Belt. And then we went on and made another discovery thereafter called Alchemist, really learning what we learned at Rainbow and following down that corridor. And then the Descendant, which is a discovery really essentially in the making, because going back to 1911, people have been focused on the specific area of the property. And we used really everything we learned on the previous discoveries that we had made and other discoveries that have been made on the property, which led to the reinterpretation and ultimately the Descendant discovery hole DSC111. We intersected 4 mineralized zones in our discovery hole that we announced late 2023. And with that, we also believe that those are cross-cut by dike. So in fact, when we come off of that somewhere in the system, you can get one solid wide lens, which you can obviously stack much more tons more quickly there. In terms of grades are similar to what you see on the edge of other deposits, VMS deposits like Rainbow. So we're running between 1.55 to 1.75% copper equivalent, and which is analogous to the top of Rainbow. Within the first 200 meters of our Rainbow deposit, on the 100-meter level, which is roughly where it starts underground, down to the 300-meter level, your deposit grade is roughly 1.5% copper equivalent. As you get deeper, which is our expectation moving forward with step-out drilling in the future for Descendant, we're looking to then, come into those higher-grade copper discovery intersections, which you see, you're going to known these VMS deposits to host. Yeah, so the step-out holes are similar to what we did initially on Rainbow. Rainbow came from one discovery hole, and then we, through step-out drilling, put over 80 holes into that discovery, over 42,000 meters of drilling to delineate that resource. So we're at a similar phase to where we were early stages with Rainbow. At Descendant, we've got about 3 or 4 holes into that discovery now. We're looking to announce the remainder of those holes in the very near future. And then moving forward, it'd be this similar process where we'll be looking to do a step-out campaign to start building tonnage on the backdrop of that, maiden 43-101 resource that we just recently published, which I think was key. Yeah, so the 43-101, again, that started from one discovery hole in late August 2020. And through numerous drilling seasons, we went out and delineated that resource, and that was independently modeled. So that deposit for Rainbow was 4.7 million tons. Majority of that was in an indicated category. For example, in the indicated category, you're looking at 3.6% copper equivalent. Majority of that, over 3%, is copper. So we are, again, very pleased with those results. Rainbow remains open at depth. Also included that resource was an adjacent Pine Bay deposit, which is just copper there, a million tons. So again, that's where you get to nearly 6 billion tons in that maiden resource. And that really creates a base to build upon through exploration, like I mentioned with the Alchemist discovery and the more recent Descendant discovery that we're keenly focused on moving forward. In terms of Pine Bay, we actually operate our camps out of the town of the Flin Flon, the community that the town's located in. Again, 100 years of mining, 32 mines in that camp's history. So everyone commutes from Flin Flon to our Pine Bay property. Pine Bay is located 16 kilometers away as the crow flies, less than 30-minute drive by existing all-weather road access. It's over 6,000 hectares in size, and within that is our mineral lease, which actually hosts all the discoveries and the resources that we announced in our maiden resource estimate. So it provides for advanced permitting. In addition to that, of course, water is an issue, lakes are prevalent, and then we also benefit from a hydroelectric power line that actually sits within the property 200 meters from our Rainbow deposit. And there's also a historic headframe and shaft that could potentially be utilized in future development. Yeah, so we're focused on volcanogenic massive sulfide deposits, and they're known for their high-grade nature, and they occur in clusters. As you mentioned, we've got numerous discoveries at our Pine Bay property. What they're most well known for is being both base and precious metals rich. So as I mentioned at Rainbow, for example, over 90% of that roughly is copper. Some of the highest grades of copper you see around really on a global basis, we're seeing in that Rainbow deposit. So in that resource, as I mentioned before, 3.6% copper equivalent, over 3% of that is copper, and the rest will be made up of gold, silver, and zinc, which are typical byproducts for systems like ours. And in terms of grades, 3% copper is, again, on the top quartile in terms of grade on a global basis. Your average mine grade around the world is just 0.5% copper today. Well, you can buy shares of the company on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the ticker CNX, as well as on OTCQX in the United States with the ticker CLLXF. And feel free to visit our website or reach out to us if you have any other questions or would like to get more information on our operations, our team, and the discoveries that we represent and are actively working on.